Hey, welcome to Mom's Fit Life. This is your new November newsletter. If you're interested in the full workout as a follow along from start to finish, head over to the membership and check that out. Make sure you are warmed up and ready to go. You need one heavy dumbbell and a short step or step stool or stack of books as long as it's safe. And we're going right into round one. So the first one, you're going to want to place yourself against the wall. You're going to have your knees and your hips at 90 degrees with your top foot about an inch in front and an inch above that bottom foot. Exhale, engage that core. So this down side should be a little bit off the floor. And then you're just going to pretend like you're dragging that top foot through super glue. Inhale, exhale, full 6 breaths. You should be feeling this kind of like in your back pocket. The top foot is not actually moving, but you are pretending like you're dragging it through and it's stuck to the wall with super glue. Okay, and you're just holding that top foot in front slightly. Okay, switching sides after 6 breaths. Again, making sure your knees and hips are at 90. That top foot is about an inch above and an inch in front of the bottom leg. Make sure you're not rolling forward or back with this movement. Abs are engaged the whole time, so I should be able to put my hand underneath your bottom side. Big, full audible exhales, big, full inhales, engaging the core throughout. Again, pretend like that top foot is glued to the wall with super glue, but you're trying to pull it back. So it's not actually moving, but you are engaging through that back pocket, right where I put my hand just now. Okay? Full 6 breaths. And then you're going to come on up to standing. So that move's just kind of warming things up, but grab your one heavy dumbbell. You just need one right now, and we're going to go into some lateral lunges. So if the dumbbell is in your right hand, you're stepping to the left, making sure that as you step, that left foot stays facing forward. So both toes should land facing the wall in front of you. The non-moving leg stays nice and straight. And as you sit into that bending leg, you want to make sure your ear, shoulder, hip, and knee are all in alignment with between your big toe, pinky toe, okay? So don't let anything turn out, turn in, and you're reaching for that opposite ankle. Okay, switching hands, switching legs. Same thing here, reach for that opposite ankle. Non-moving leg stays nice and straight. Dumbbells in your left hand, right leg is moving and bending. Both toes landing forward, facing the wall in front of you. Keeping that chest tall. So you want to make sure that your ribs and hips stay in alignment. There's no arching of your back to try and reach for that opposite ankle, whether it's overarching or underarching. So we don't want to see any rounding or bellies sticking out. Now you're going to need a step, and you're going to keep that heavy dumbbell. I'm bringing that dumbbell to my chest, and then I'm reaching slightly back and across. Okay, if it's more comfortable, you can bring that weight to the side. So just like the lateral lunges, if the weight's in your left hand, then you're planted that right leg. Now, you do not need to reach very far back or very far across, but if you notice, I am trying to reach the opposite side of the step. But I am not much further behind that step than, like, if my heel was there, I'd be tapping my heel. Okay, so you're not really reaching too far back, too far to the side. However, you really want to make sure that you are planted through that instep. Do not let your arch rotate or your hips rotate. Okay, switching hands, switching legs. Again, I like coming to the edge of my step and then reaching across and behind, trying to tap the opposite side. That back leg should barely be doing any work. It's just a light tap and then right back up. You should be feeling this in that side booty or glute med. Again, planting through that instep, driving through that standing leg to stand. Feel free to tap every time you come to that standing position just to regain that balance. Definitely focusing on that instep. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor, tighten the core to stand. Remember, this whole workout is inner and outer thighs, so that's what you should be feeling the most. Either your inner thighs or your outer thighs, or even that side booty in these movements, sometimes both. Now, sumo squat. So I'm holding the dumbbell goblet style. You can also hold it down or two at your side. Feet are turned out to about 45 degrees. Feet are slightly wider than my shoulders. Making sure those knees track between your big toe, pinky toe. Squeezing those inner thighs and outer booty to stand. Exhale as you stand. And then from here, we're going into a sumo deadlift. So you're going to bring your feet to about shoulder width, but you're going to turn your toes out to about 45 degrees, pushing the butt back, keeping the knees over your feet. Back is tall, head in line with your spine. Dumbbell stays real close to those shins, squeezing those inner thighs and booty to stand. So you might feel this in the back of the leg, but you should feel it slightly more towards that inner thigh. Still the back of the leg, but slightly closer to the inner thigh than straight down the center. Okay. And then you can put the weight off to the side, and we're gonna grab that step. We're gonna go into a Copenhagen side plank. Okay, this is gonna work the adductors in that top leg. If this is too difficult for you, you can keep that bottom knee down and you just kind of want to try and unweight it like I'm doing here. Okay, or ultimate goal is to be able to get that bottom foot completely off the floor like I have it here. All right, really driving through that instep of your top leg and pushing away from the floor in your shoulder. Okay, holding it for 20 seconds, and then you're going to switch sides. Don't break your step. Okay. Again, you can also do this just without the step and just try and push through that top leg. So that bottom leg is barely weighted or not at all. Okay. So again, you can drop that bottom knee, but you are really trying to push through that top foot, really working that inner thigh on that top side. One side might be a lot easier for you than the other, and that is totally okay and definitely normal, okay? Just work through it. Try and even them out, work on that balance. Awesome job, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask.